Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sam. I am mid-size, midlife and mid-menopause. Today I thought, because of the Davina documentary, Davina McCall menopause documentary, which I haven't watched yet, so this is like a part one, I just chat about how I manage my menopause. I've also got some of my favourite things here that I like to use. I've got a few new buys as well. I've got a little tiny charity shop haul that I can show you in a bit too. So I have been possibly going through menopause for about 3 years. So when we say going through, menopause is when it all stops. Perimenopausal is when you're going through it, and it can take quite a few years. I started getting sort of like sweating from like the knees down, then I sweated from the thighs down, and then it was an all over thing at night, and I thought something's going on here. My periods got more regular. My PMS, PMT, whatever you call it, got worse. My breast pain got so bad that I had to buy some bras to wear at night, like sports bras that hold them really, really in. You know, if anyone touched them, it's like, get away. Yeah, it was quite awful actually. My anxiety was really bad. I couldn't sleep. I would possibly drink too much to ease these problems. I know that I drank a lot more when I had PMT. It was like medicine. And that's the only way I knew how to handle it. Eventually, I gave up drinking and my menopausal symptoms eased quite a lot, actually. The anxiety, the emotional bit, the tiredness, not the physical, but the emotional. Obviously, it was all tied in, wasn't it? You know, you get anxiety from drinking too much. You get anxiety if you have a hangover, and it can last for like 3 or 4 days, and then you drink again, and it's like an ongoing, constant feeling shit, really, isn't it? So for myself, you do what you do you, but I would recommend possibly cutting down and just having a look at it, even seeing if you can, you know, not drink for maybe a month. You know, I know these like Sober October can be quite difficult, especially if you feel like you want to have a drink to ease the stress, which it does, doesn't it? But in the long run, it doesn't. So it's a very a quick method of easing stress, but actually it causes stress. But you know, that's by the by. That's maybe another topic for another time. But today we're talking about how I manage menopause. So I still have my period. It's quite irregular. It can be I can either have it for 5 days, or I can have it for half a day or 1 day. You know, I've got a tracker. It's the Balance app, and it is from Dr. Louise Newsom. It's called the Balance app, and just download it. It's free. You've got your diary of your feelings, your symptoms, when your period is. It's really handy. That's really handy, actually. You don't have to put it in every day. I think when I first started taking my HRT, I used it daily, and now I use it maybe a few times a month, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and it does remind you as well. But I feel like since I've been taking my HRT, I don't have so many symptoms, so I don't have to log as much. In fact, I'm logging how good I do feel. You know, and it came to a crux, and I thought, I've got to go to the doctors. And because of COVID, I put it off. I thought, well, it's not important. Well, it is important, actually. Very important to my mental health and my physical health to manage this menopause. You know, it is really important. But you think other people must, you know, take precedent over you. But, you know, look after yourself. I was doing a lot of self-care. I was really, really, you know, doing, like I say, exercise, relaxation, eating well, doing all I can, but I needed more. That wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. And I thought, let's go to the doctors. So in January, I finally had an appointment with my nurse practitioner, and she was fantastic. I thank my lucky stars that she was there, and she took all my statistics and put them all in and said, yeah, you're right for HRT. Do you want, you know, how do you want it? And she said, do you want tablets? I thought, no, patches. I'll have the patches. You know, I think there's a lot less side effects with patches as well. I'd gone in there with all my information. I'd done a lot of research, and, you know, I didn't really need it. She was fantastic, and I didn't need to stamp my feet and say, please, or beg. She just was there, and she said, yeah, you've got no reason not to have HRT. You don't have to wait until your period stopped. You don't have to wait until it gets so bad that you can't cope, you know. And I felt like I was getting there. And so I started taking HRT, and immediately it started working. Now I'm just going into my 5th month of my Everol Sequi, which you take when you still have your period, when you're perimenopausal, which I am. And the difference is amazing. I have loads of, my energy's energy is tip top. A lot of the symptoms, so the vaginal dryness is gone. The apathy and dullness is gone. I'm feeling vital. I've got high energy. Really, really, my skin is still dry, but that's age. But I do everything I can, you know, to help that. I'll show you some of the things I use. So if you are frightened, do research. Don't just go off by what the old wives' tales are. Things have changed. The HRT has changed. The way the way it goes into you, your side effects, it's all changed. It's renewed. They're not going to give you the same old, what they call horse pee, that they used to give you before. This is bioidentical estrogen that you're getting now. So that means it's exactly the same as the stuff that's in your body. Please do some research. Go onto the menopause doctor. That is Dr. Louise Newsom. Dr. Louise Newsom. She's the one that does the Balance app. She's got a YouTube channel. She's got her own website. She's on Instagram. She's probably on Twitter. Go and find it. She's got all the information you need. Go on to Liz Earle website as well. She's fantastic. She works with a lot of people that are experts in menopause. Obviously, Davina McCall is like the goddess at the moment. She's taken us, she's getting in there, she's getting on the TV, she's getting out into the media, to everybody. It's on the One Show, it's on what's it called, This Morning, it's everywhere. Thank you, Davina, you're just wonderful. Thank you for getting out there and showing us, you know, showing the world that this over half of humanity goes through menopause, you know, if in some way or another. You know, we've got to realise how lucky, I realise how lucky I am to get this far. There are many women I've known, you know, in my life that never got to go through menopause. So I know how lucky I am, and I think of those women. So yes, do your research. Please don't suffer. Even if you decide, actually, no, it's not for me, there are other things you can do. Don't suffer. And, you know, there's lots of, before I got HRT, I was taking black cohosh. That was helping. I was taking menopause, menoherb, sage leaf. This was really helping me. Evening primrose oil. I still take those intermittently now. I don't constantly take them. I don't feel the need for them at the moment. Maybe in the future, but if I do miss out on them for a week or so, it doesn't make a huge difference. It's the HRT that's done it. I take Everol Sequi in a little box. I should have got, let me go and get it for you. So I I stick on Everol Sequi. So this is for when you are still have your period. And for the first 2 weeks, you take twice a week. I change mine on a Wednesday evening and a Sunday evening. Every Wednesday, every Sunday, I've got an alarm on my phone to tell me change patch. So that's the Everol 50. You put those on first. So I've got another 3 times I change those. And then you move on to 2 weeks of Everol Conti. So the Everol Sequi is your estrogen and this is estrogen and progesterone, I believe. So, and they work beautifully for me. I just cannot tell you the change it's made in my life to go back, well, no, to even more vitality than I had before. You know, it really does just give you your confidence back. I felt old. In 6 months, I felt like I'd aged 10 years. And, you know, I want to stay vital. My husband's 11 years younger than me. I don't want him to be married to an old lady. You know, I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot lot still to do in life, you know. So get out there, ladies, please. If you find, like I say, if you find other things work for you, try that, but don't suffer in silence. You know, there's millions of us, we're all doing it. So I'm going to watch the documentary later with my husband. I was going to watch Agatha Raisin today. I was so excited. Then I realised I don't get Sky, was it Sky Blockbusters or Sky something or other? Sky Showcase. So I haven't got my Agatha Raisin to watch, which is another part of my healing. So I'm going to show you some new things that I've bought. First of all, I'm going to show you my how I keep looking, how I keep moist. No one likes that word, do they? How I keep juicy. There we go. So in the shower, this is my face. This is my face. I use the vitamin, soap and water, face soap and clarity. It's the Soap and Glory Vitamin C facial wash. This is brilliant. I show you this quite a lot because it works. I really thoroughly recommend it. It gets your face really clean, and then you can squirt a bit on your flannel or whatever you use, and it washes that too, and your brushes, your makeup brushes. So Face and Glory Vitamin C facial wash. I can't say how much this is. I got it in as a Christmas gift. So I use that first. Then I use the Liz Earle. I'm going to see if I can make sure. Liz Earle, Gentle Face Exfoliator. Again, I got this in a Next beauty box. They're really good. Look, I'll go on Next, £20 and you get a box full of goodies. It might have gone up low. Then after the exfoliation, I put a little face mask on. This is not all the time, but this is my favourite. And it's the No. 7 Nourishing Face Mask. It's one of those ones that's got like the spiral of all bits and pieces in it. And you can either put that on and rub it in and take it off again, or you can leave it on as a mask. That's lovely. Again, I got it as part of a beauty box from like a No. 7 gift set from my husband. And I think it's about £10–11, but don't quote me on that. When I get out of the bath, shower, whatever, and my face is still moist, I like to do this. Sorry, damp. God, I'm using all the words, aren't I? No. 7, you can't beat it. I haven't beat it yet. So that is No. 7 Restore and Renew Face Cream. This is the day moisturiser, and I've got a night one, and I've got the under eye. Cocoa Butter Hand Cream. You know, there you go. That's it, Palmer's, isn't it? It's one of the best. That's on cheap at the moment. So that is for my beauty stuff, along with I just got this Elnet hairspray. I don't know if you're interested in that. So, I use cheaper ones. They're rubbish. They don't last 2 minutes. This lasts for, I haven't really got any on at the moment. I've just washed my hair. I don't really bother if I'm putting it up. This lasts for weeks and weeks, and it was £5 on special in Sainsbury's at the moment, and that is the Shine Dull Stronghold. My hairdryer broke. Well, it's been breaking. I've had the same hairdryer for about 20 years. It was my mum's beforehand and my son's. It's still, I think I can't, I'm quite attached to it really. It's still upstairs just in case this one goes. And this is from Amazon. It was £25, down from £45. I snapped it up. It's very good. We've got these at work. They work really well. The only downside is where I hold it like that, I'm turning it on and off all the time. So I'm going to have to just be aware of that and maybe hold it down here. But yeah, I didn't blow dry. I just dried it today just to check it out, but that's fine. How do I sleep at night? I sleep very well, thank you very much. I always get my 8 hours in really well. I do take CBD oil if I want to, but again, you know, that depends if I don't get too much anxiety. I find I take it more when I've got PMT, so just before my period. I don't feel as good. We all know what PMT feels like, and that really helps. Even first thing in the morning, it doesn't make you feel tired, doesn't make you feel high. It just makes you feel less anxious and able to take on the day. Also during the day, I will take the peace tea or drink the peace tea packet. It's got ashwagandha and hemp in it, and what else has it got? Oh, spearmint, and that tastes really nice refreshing tea. And at night before I go to bed, you've seen this before, that is the Clipper Organic Sleep Easy Infusion with valerian and rooibos, cinnamon, what else have I got it? Chamomile, really good stuff. Tastes very nice. What else do I do to help me during menopause? I eat chocolate. This is my main go-to medication. It is chocolate. I also eat white chocolate and I also eat milk chocolate, but I try to stick to dark chocolate as I do low carb keto diet. And it's quite a high fat, high protein diet. This is a high carb item. Well, milk chocolate and white chocolate is. And at a certain time of the month, I will eat white chocolate and I will eat milk chocolate. Don't care. That's what I'm doing. But during the month, I'll have this one sometimes and I'll have a very dark 85%. I think this is 70% chocolate. It's higher carb. It is. This whole bar would be 50 grams of carbs. Which, if you're on a low carb diet, it's not the end of the world if you have a few pieces of this, is it? And also another high carb thing that I do eat is medjool dates, because they help me go to the toilet. And that's what I'll say about that. So that's it. That's my little menopause talk. As I say, you have to help yourself. You can't, you know, but as women, we've been through it all, haven't we? We've got this far. You don't get to 52 years old without a few very traumatic experiences. If you do, then you're very lucky, you know. But like I say, we've got this old. We are the lucky ones. We all possibly know women and men, but women in our lives that didn't ever get this far. They didn't have the chance to get this far. They didn't get to 52. They didn't get to 60. So, you know, we're doing it for them, aren't we? So, and I'm sure they would have done it if they'd got this far. We need to make our lives count. We need to make our lives joyful. We need, you know, we don't know why we're here. If you know why we're here, I'm so happy for you. But life is just really, you know, it's a big sort of like mystery, isn't it? It's a mystery why we're here, but whilst we're here, let's make it count. Right. Enough philosophy, but that's how I feel. At the weekend, so bank holiday weekend, what did you do? Did you go out? Did you do anything? I went, I worked Friday. Yes, I did some extra shifts at work. I worked as a carer, which I thoroughly enjoyed. On Saturday, I met up with friends and did a little bit of charity shopping, but I spent so long just in one shop with my headphones in and Pink Floyd playing. I was right in the grip in the moment, and I was just singing along, swaying along to Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and before I knew it, an hour had passed and I'd only seen one or two things. So I made it into 2 charity shops, and then the following day, the following Sunday, we went to the Fleece in Bristol, and so from one very hippie day to one very punk and jumpy day, we went to see a punk band called the Sex Bristols. They were absolutely fantastic. The energy that they had was amazing. We were all bopping along. We weren't pogoing, were we? A load of 50, 60 something ex-punk skinheads and bloody mods. It was absolutely brilliant. I'll just pop in now a photo of what I wore. Yeah, everyone was in their Harrington jackets, Doc Martens and skinny jeans. It was absolutely brilliant. Everyone had wonderful embraces. It was great. There was even a lady there, possibly older than me, with a bunny cut. Well, I haven't seen one of those for many, many years. If you've seen This Is England, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, that was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the first band was the Sex Bristols, and they did a load of old punk songs. And the second band was a 2-tone band, and they did a load more ska songs, like from Toots and Maytals, Madness, The Selector, The Beats, Bad Manners, and The Specials, probably. Loads. Really, really good. And we had an absolutely fantastic time. As you know, I don't drink. Everyone else having a few drinks, but that's by the by, it doesn't make any difference to me. I will sing, I will dance, and I'll have just as much fun. In fact, more fun than anybody else, because I know I'm not going to wake up the next day with a hangover. But it was fantastic. My husband's like 11 years younger than me, so he sort of just missed out on those years. In the early 80s, very early 80s, that was when punk was, you know, you still had a bit of punk, then you had the ska come along, and the mod music. And so we were back in our early teens, you know, between sort of like 11 and 15, having the best time. And I just transported back to being sort of like 16, 17 years old as well, having sort of like shaved head at the sides, black, big sort of like stuck up hair sticking out with soap and really cheap hairspray, and then dyeing it orange to my mother's, you know, my mum was horrified. I had this orange sort of like stuck up boy, awful. I've got a photo somewhere, I may put that in one day. But those were the days, eh? That was brilliant. So I went into the Blue Cross, the pet shop, which I love, and they had quite a lot of stuff in there, but nothing really caught my eye. I'm on a bit of, like I said, I had to buy the hairdryer. That was £25. I didn't really want any big spends this month at all. I'm trying to do a bit of a shop my own wardrobe. If I get something from Vinted, it's going to be, my husband's just come in. If I get something from Vinted, it's going to be from my money in my Vinted account. But I did see this skirt, which I absolutely loved. Of course I had to buy it. Look at it. It's brilliant. It's corduroy, and it's got these amazing green prints on it. There's the front, there's the back, zip up. I wouldn't say mini skirt, I'd say just above the knee. And it is cloth kits. I've never really heard of that, but it's obviously something you must buy the kit and make it yourself. Well, I think someone's made it and never worn it, because it's got no size in it, but I believe it just says approximately size 12. So, but it fits me beautifully. Love it. So that's corduroy with green. I just love that pattern. So that's the front, that's the back. My husband's just come in. So £2 though, £2. And when I've had my wear out of it, I'll pop it on Vinted. I love my husband, but he makes a lot of noise. Yeah, not too much. He just put the kettle on. It's a really noisy kettle. God. Anyway, yes. So I bought this from the Blue. That was from the British Red Cross, £2. And this was from the Blue Cross. And that's for, you know, pets and animal things. And it's just a seaside thing. Authentic, by the shore, fine goods. I don't really know where it's come from. It's probably come from somewhere like B&M. A little bit like sun bleach on the back, but I think that's really cute, and that'll go with my mobile hangy thingy that I got from Weymouth. That's got all the shells on it. Anyway, that was my little sort of like talk of my shop. I don't think I've got anything else. No, I haven't. As I say, I've got a couple of things coming from Vinted. They seem to be taking forever. But it's not the end of the world. People have 7 days to send it. And one lady, nothing had been updated since Saturday, and one lady said she's sending it today. And it's not usually the people that have, it's not usually the people that are sending it. It'll be the delivery, you know, the delivery service that's like looking after it. So that's it. I thought, yeah, that little talk about menopause. Please don't be frightened to talk about it. Please put your comments in if you're going through it. You know, it's been lovely to get a bit of a community up. I know a lot more people are talking about it. I just thoroughly recommend getting this. Go to the doctors. Ask the doctor, do you have a specialist? Most surgeries will now have an HRT menopause person that deals with that. They know what they're doing. And I know a lot of people, not so much now, but a lot of people in the past, over 10 years ago, that the doctor even said, oh, I don't believe in HRT. What? I'm sorry? I'm not having that. So, I just can't believe that some people suffered so much because their male doctors didn't believe in HRT. There you go. How times have changed, eh? HRT is not what it used to be. In fact, 10 years ago, you could probably get this. So I don't understand why doctors feel the need to say no. Unless you've got serious health problems or you are at serious risk, then there's no reason why you can't even look into it. Discuss it, you know, do your research. Watch Davina, go online, YouTube, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all there. Google. Obviously, you know, talk to other people. There are great Facebook groups for that. Try the smaller ones. I found the bigger ones were very difficult. They wouldn't post my questions, and I'd like, well, why didn't you post it? Oh, well, someone already asked that. Yeah, but I didn't see that. So I would steer clear of some of the bigger ones. They're not very nice. In fact, I was quite put off. There you go. So that's a little bit of a menopause chat, and yeah, I haven't got anything to show you. You know, you've seen all this before. This is what I got from New Look. This is what I got from Vinted. So I'm going to say goodbye now. My husband's home. I'm going to go and make him a cup of tea and discuss his day at work. Lovely. Oh, and by the way, obviously, my new subscribers, it's wonderful. My subscriptions are going up. My people are commenting more. I'm getting a lot more likes, a lot more views. It's wonderful. If I can help anybody or cheer anybody up, and, you know, like I say, we've got a life to enjoy. Let's do it. If shopping or watching this brings you joy, then you carry on, because it certainly brings me joy. And I'll speak to you very soon. Bye bye.